Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. My name's Jade, and this is How to App on iOS, yeah? And today, my friends, we're going to be taking a look at EG Nodes. This thing is effing rad by Elliott Garage. I've been looking forward to this for a little while. You ready? We're going to get into it right about now. Hello, how you all doing? I'm a little bit excited. This thing's bloody cool, man. This thing's bloody cool. I'm at the end of the show. See you later. Bye. That's all you need to know. It's bloody cool. I'm Jade. This is How to App on iOS. You're doing good out there. It is Tuesday morning here in Australia. I'm doing good. You're all in Monday still. Welcome to our Wart Warriors. You can become a Wart Warrior by clicking the join button down below for $1 1 month. And you'll get custom emojis and access to our special show that's coming up this coming Sunday, US UK time, which is the Sunday Roast, where you send your songs in to us and we will live roast your song. Yeah, and tell you how crap you are, all in the name of comedy. The link, if you're a member already, go to the members section. You'll see the link to submit your track, and we'll have a bloody good time. Let's say hello to you all before I start making some wicked stuff. Hello, Thomas Christ, who is providing the links with Leela today. Good to see you, Thomas. Hello, Audible Video and Barry Glenn and Rise of Dark Leela, who just finished her show. There's Pookie Ann. Kisses to you, Pookie. Ed B. Metal. What's going on? Gregory O'Sullivan, hello to you. Who else do I see who's here? Cold Acre, my friend. Hello, Ed Zielinski. G'day, g'day, g'day. Do Mix Club. What's shaking? Elliott Garage, what's going on? Dude, you made a really cool app. Let me tell you this. Again, that's the end of the show. You don't need to know anymore. It's rad. Just go get it. All right, let's dive in. I'll tell you about some stuff that's happening later on in the show when we do our midway point advertisement. I'll tell you what's going on for the rest of the week. Alex Backus, g'day. Joe, Glenn, hello. Hello, 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 hello. All right, let's oge over here to, of course, the Beat Community. So go, hit your favorites on the Beat Community. They're a great website, always managed really well. iOS software, Lagrange, is currently on offer. Elliott Garage has released EG Nodes. Boom, 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 boom. Nembrini's release of 501 Chorus Echo. We're taking a look at that tomorrow. Good times. Audio Kit's got some price drops. Chem's got his Bud bundle going on. Multi-Track Studio, Octacrons had an update. We've got updates to Media Assistant, which we'll look at next week. There's just so much to look at the moment, you know what I'm saying? And also, don't forget, if you click on your samples and expansions link here, you may be, if you don't go here, you may miss out on some things like, expansions for iOS as well, not only desktop. Like you'll see there's always stuff for expansions that are listed in here as well. Or if you're just into desktop software, you can go here to this one. Yeah, and look at all this desktop stuff that's out. Random JL, hello to you as well. If there's anyone in the chat I've missed. Bazoomba, I don't even know what that word means, but let's price drops. Lagrange, FL Studios got a sale, couple of bucks off. Quantaloupe Pro's got a half price sale. We've got, what else? Brush Free is half price. Looks like our friends at the place, Clevergrant, have a whole bunch of apps on sale. Patterning is $10 off. There you go. There's some price drops. Use appslice.com. There's a link down below so you can keep up. Save the link that I've provided down the bottom to AppSlice. All you do is go up here. You press that little thing up there. You hit save as favorite. And then you will find, like I do every day, you click here and then go here. And it takes you straight to all the music apps that are on sale. I've done the hard work for you. So you can just save the link and it will only show you music apps. Bing, bosh, baloop. But today we are taking a look at EG Notes, and this thing, and I keep saying nodes, yeah, because I'm an idiot. EG Notes. This thing has been in development for a while. I've been lucky enough to be on the beta and watch this thing grow. And boy, it had some hype. Yeah, and sometimes when apps have hype and they come out, the hype isn't real. But this one is real. It's absolutely real. There you go. Censoring myself because I'm so excited. It is $12.99. I do believe in my heart of hearts that it is this. Is it a sale? You can confirm for me. I can't see it here. Is it on sale at the moment? Does it go up? That's my question. I thought I remember it being that. So if you can let us know, Mr. EG in the chat. Jerry Gomes, g'day to you, my friend. So what exactly is this thing? Thanks, Thomas, for posting a link. There it is. So you can see I already own it. And it's already had a couple of updates as well. Because it's funny, last night I was using it and I couldn't get this one thing to work. I'm like, why is this not working? Why is this not working? I can't get this thing to work. And then I went, oh, there's an update that fixes it. Introductory price. There you go. So it will go up. So yeah, get it. All right, let me show you a project, something I made last night. Look at this. This is the interface. Shall I just make some music? And I'll run through as much as I can today. Then we'll make a couple of things. I'll show you how much fun it is. And I'm going to tell you right now. So before we hit play on this, let me say, so normally for my show, if you're a follower of the channel, you know I do this weekly show called Walk With Me, where I take you out on a tour of somewhere and I talk about health and fitness and I'm trying to lose weight. And I normally play music behind the walk and I normally make that somehow with iOS. For the next 4 episodes, I'll be making the music for the next 4 episodes using EG nodes. Yeah, because it's just that much fun to do. I can't wait. You're going to see how easy it is anyway. So let's come over here and hit play and make some stuff. I'll give you a dual screen because I've got a keyboard here so I can play some live stuff in as well. Let's shut me up and make some music. Let's go. Me. All right. This thing's pretty nuts. All right. The beautiful thing is it's really easy to use to make stuff. Let me have a sip of coffee. Boom. Hello. Right. Where are we? Mascarpone. What's going on, Dennis? Who else have we got here? Seagull. Squawk, squawk. I need a seagull effect, don't I? Absolutely. Cold Acre, what's happening, my friend? Is there anyone else I've missed? I'm trying to... I hate leaving people out. So I feel terrible. If I've missed you, I love you. Hey. Dude, this app is just beautiful. This app is beautiful. All right, let's go back to an initial patch and let's show you what these nodes are and how you can make really cool stuff. So up the top here, let's obviously at the top we've got like a stop and start button, yeah, to start your project. You can see your bars and beats up here. Here's where your projects are saved. So you can see I've got a couple of projects. All my projects are actually on my other iPad where I learned how to use this thing. Hey, Michael Songs. So I'm going to hit the initial patch and this will give you a clean slate. Yeah. Hi, Meerkat Music. So you hit the initial patch. Here's your clear slate. And these are the nodes that you can select from. So you've got a note chord node, an arpeggio node, a sequencer node, a rhythm node, a piano roll node, a generative node, and a MIDI effects node. I nearly said mode. So let's run through them, shall we? We'll start off with the note chord. Yeah. So when you load one up, immediately you are given the option to select an instrument. So these choose from your AUV3s, inter-app audios are not available in here. You can swipe, you can scroll and go through all. You can see I've got way too many in here, way too many. So let's like grab something like, we'll do Wave Cloud just to kick off by 4 Pockets. And as soon as you choose it, you are presented with an immediately look. Immediately you can see the app down the bottom here. You can tell it's in the node because it is up here. You see the little icon up there, so you know the node is there. If you would like to change this, you make a mistake immediately, you can just long press and remove the instrument. You'll be presented with a delete. Boom, I can start again. Hit that again, and we can choose something else. Easily enough. We'll choose Wave Cloud again. It opens straight away. Nice and clean. Everything in this is very, very, very clean. Let's start off over here. These are the important bits. If I want to shut this and have more room, hit the X. Want to bring it back? Tap on the icon. If I want to expand it and get more, we can see the whole app here. I can do the usual swiping from for a 4 Pockets app if I need to, you know. So you've got all of that. Again, I just hit the arrow. That brings everything back down. So we'll take a look at kind of what's in here first, and then we'll take a look at the node. Because once we know the node and where everything is, we're good to go. Each node is quite similar. So starting from the left in your little section here, we need to load a sound, obviously, so which you do within the app. So we'll find like some keys. Let's just we've got some breathy bells here. So those have been selected. So now here's our selected sound, right? Now, these 3 buttons over here to the left, here's where you have your on-screen keyboard. So you can hear your sounds, have a play, you know, give you an overview so you can see my hands doing it. So every example of an app that you have open will have these sections here. So you can check out the keyboard and be able to play stuff in if you don't have an external keyboard. Okay. The middle section, this little bit here that looks like a circle with wings, that's how you get back to the app view to see your app. And the final one here is normally designates what the particular node does. So this node is basically is a note chord generator. Yeah, so you can, if I hold down and if I hit play, change one of these, you can see I can choose any chord from here. So I can do a C, major 7 or a diminished 7 or an F, diminished. So you've got all these chords at your will. But once you are in this section, here's where you get the second layer of options. So straight away you can choose your scale that you'd like to run in. So you can see here we can go let's choose like an F. Right, so we can do all of that. We can choose the notes. We can choose our steps here. We can choose the speed, and this is going to become more apparent to you in a moment. And we've got 4 bars to play with for how long each note is played. So let's just show you by hitting play. So we'll halt it here, right? Node. Shut up, Kurt. So if I hit play now, nothing's going to happen. It's playing, but nothing's happening. So with each of these nodes, you have to toggle them first, right? So you see we've got this toggle button. Now that I toggle this, this is now playing the chord. Let's just keep it as C4 minor, right? So it's going to continue playing this note on repeat until I change it. Good. Now, I can decide how long this goes for. I can decide how many bars this is going to go for. I can change the speed of this. We can go a division of 2. So you can hear now that's slowed down. We can change the speed faster. We can scroll up to something like 2 times. Let's just stop it for a moment. So also you'll see on the edge of these notes here, not nodes, you can go left and right and go up your keyboard as well. So to a C2, let's hit play. Let's go up. Now you're probably asking, hang on, this is just like a chord just repeating over and over again. How's that going to work for me making a song? Well, there's multiple things you can do with it. All right, there's multiple ways you can actually turn this into something really incredible, which we'll cover in a second. Let's just now take a look at the individual node here and what's in this before we move forward, yeah? So you'll notice to the left of the node, we have 8 of these little programs down the side. So you can put, for example, I could now on this first one, let's use this C major 7, and now I could move down to our second one. And as soon as I click this second one, it's going to be the same note as what we have here, right? So, but I can change this to this F. We'll do an F minor. So now, if I click back up here and hit play, I can now swap between these. Right? So you can build up here within these 8 programs, you could build up a whole selection of chords that can follow each other. You can even hold down, do a long press, and did you see what happened then? I held down and it came up node scene saved. And then like even on this number 2, if I hold down, node scene saved, and I can take it to number 6. So I can save these nodes and shuffle them around, right? So if I hold down, and then just click on number 6, that will now become what that is, yeah? So that's how we can move these little programs around. Really neat stuff. Now again, we'll go back to our toggle button. If I turn this off and hit play, we're going to get no sound. Sounds you won't be able to activate. So this is how you can turn on these nodes to play. At any time you can turn them off in the project. Bang, on, off, on, off. Okay, let's close this because I need to show you these little options here. So if you click on any of these, you can see here, here's our C4, major 7, 1 bar. If you click on it, it automatically brings up this selection for you. So here's another way to get to your deciding your note and all of that. Again, if I close this, click here, it's going to bring up the actual app. Click here, it's going to change. So there's multiple ways to get to where you need to go. Obviously down here we have a solo. And when you hit solo, you'll know a track's soloed because you'll get a big S up the top here that's flashing at you, letting you know there's something soloed. So always remember that. Hey, Falcro. You've got a mute button. So when you mute, the color will go dim, so you know this track is muted. Also, you can add effects to this as well. So let's show you that. Hit the plus. Anything underneath here will be an effect. So let's add like Altether. Boom. So now we have Altether attached, and as soon as you add one effect, you get another option. I can't remember how many effects you can add in the... Let's change the speed of this. Slow it down a bit. Goody. Here is your volume. So here's your main volume control. So you've got a nice amount of control over that, yeah? Hey, Forest of the Wolf. And you have panning here. So you can see we're panning left, right. Let's hit play. Oops. Do. So you got to pan left. Nice, nice, nice. But there's so much more hidden under here. Let's take a look at these two little buttons up the top of this node. So remember, all these nodes look the same. So they have all these functions here. You've got your programs. You can change the options in here, your solo, mute, your volume. You can add an effect, your panning. Plus, you also have, this is where you can control your MIDI. So we've got MIDI in. So if you've got a controller, yeah, or you've got an external program, you want to like another app running in the background that you want to use to send it data in, you can do that here. So here's my Arturia Keystep 37. If I select that, this is how easy it is to connect MIDI. So now I come back over to my keyboard. Let's do that. And now we're connected. Simple. You've got MIDI out, so you can control your MIDI in, MIDI out, everything that you've got plugged in there, all that kind of stuff. Super simple to get to, as I said. Just look for the little MIDI icon. Boom, there it is. And if you scroll down the bottom, you'll notice this thing. This is the internal node MIDI senderer. That's what we're calling it right now. So if you have multiple nodes, you can send MIDI to any of the 16, up to 16 nodes that you have. Just by tapping, add a tick, and you'll send MIDI data to those nodes. Pretty sick. So we're sitting here now still in this node chord. And let's open this up again. So yeah, if we hit play, we've... Now, I'll come back to this. Oh, there's 24 nodes. Oh, wow. There you go. I thought it was only 16. Even better. Kurt, you lied to me, Kurt. You're fired, Kurt. There's another way to get to the MIDI here as well. When you have this section open here, you'll see up the top corner here, we've got a little MIDI icon. So wherever the little MIDI icon is, so you can get to it there as well. There's always multiple ways to get to things. It's very well thought out. Now you see this little toggle button here too. When I click that on, it starts flashing, waiting for me to hit play. That means it's active. There's also another way. There's another way to activate it, and that is by hitting play. So you've got a little play button here, and this activates it also. It starts at flashing, waits till it gets to the beat, and starts playing. Pretty neat. And again, you've got a solo here and a mute. You can extend this, drop it down, close it. You've got a keyboard here. You can go up with your keyboard there. So that's a basic look at the first node and something that's hooked into it. Again, if you want to look at the effect, you just click on the effect. Want to look at the instrument, right? So while we're here as well, let's talk about this little arrow here. Now, again, I'm just going to show you this in this first node, and it's the same for all of them, yeah, this section here. So when I click on this, you get an extended view of the node, and you've got this plus button that's appeared out of nowhere magically. And how this plus button works is just pretty damn sexy. So if I hit the plus button, this gives me an option to add a slider or an XY pad. How neat! Let's add a slider, and you're given a slider here. And I can start turning it up and down, but what is it doing? What does it control? I don't know. What can we make it control? Well, I'm glad you asked, because you can make it control whatever you want. Let me get out of this, and I'm gonna oge over to our effects here, right? So I'm now in Altether. So it's waiting right now to be given a command. It wants to control something. So let's try that. Let's try doing the wet. If I just take this and turn it, did you see what happened then? It added down the bottom here, output wet. So now, when I turn this over here, this is being controlled. That's how easy it is to connect control surfaces. That's it. And if I want to get rid of this, I can go in here and you get an absolute list of whatever you want here, all this stuff. So we can go like, oh, I want to do the reverb size. So now the reverb size is being controlled. The altitude there, you can see moving. Pretty damn neat. You can change the CC number as well. So you've got the option to do that. It's very damn cool. Let's add an XY pad. So you'll notice here with the XY pad, we got 2 of these little sections. So let's jump over to this thing, to our synth, and let's turn up a knob here. Let's turn our, we'll do it this one. So is that going to work? Does it only work? Oh no, I've got to scroll down. Let's do this. I'm going to pick it in here. Is that one able to do? Here's our grain oscillator shape. Let's do our grain output. So now we've got an X. So there's one of them. So you see when we move this, right? That is one of our sliders. Let's go in here and do the opposite one. We'll do the oscillator shape. So now you can see we've got 2 of these sliders moving. Pretty fucking customizable, yeah. It's neat. We can add another one, another slider. Go for your heart's content. Add them. Have fun with them, right? So you got all that control over all these kind of things here. If you go in here, wave cloud, probably not a good option because it doesn't have a lot of stuff in here. We got the random grain length. We can go in here. So now our grain length is being controlled. Is that up here? I think. Where is the control for the grain length? It's one of these. Matrix, Waveglide. I can't remember which one it is. It's got to be in the front. No. Yeah, there it is. So there's the grain length over there being controlled. So yeah, whatever you want to add it to, Leela. Add it to whatever. And to get rid of these. All right, before we start getting rid of them, because I want to show you how to delete things as well too. You can hit play, right? We can have these notes going. I'll just pull it down a little bit. You can record with either of these. So let's go and hit the record here. And as soon as now this is pressed, we've recorded in an action there. Let me turn that down a bit. I might want to record the reverb. Fully automated. How good's that? Really easy to use. Super, super, super simple. And if you want to stop that, you just go in and say stop. Or if you want to redo it, I think is it a long press? Yeah. I can't remember if it's a long press or... Oh, if you want to go over it, you just go over it. So while that's going, I just go, no, stop. And that will now take over while the record button is down. Turn it off. It's off. Pretty effing neat. So if we want to get rid of these, long press anything, yeah? If you're in doubt, long press. Delete. Long press. Delete. Long press. Delete. There you go. So there's the overview of all that. Now remember, each node has that facility to do that. So now you've got an understanding of what each node of the basic controls of the node. Let's go through all the different nodes. The last thing I will tell you before moving on is if you hold down over here or anywhere, kind of around here, is that right? And then release, a long press and release, you'll get the some options for the node. You can rename it, and just we'll just call it sound, whatever you want. Call it whatever you want. There you go. So it's renamed. We'll hold down again. You also can save the node. So what this does is it puts it in a favorite selection. So if I call this fun and hit OK, now if I want to start a brand new node, I hit here and you'll notice there's a brand new section here called saved nodes. And all of your saved nodes will be in here for you to just load up. So if you've created a really cool drum node that you just want to come back to, plus if you swipe, I'll show you with my finger, if I swipe, you get these little options here. So you can send your node to somebody else. You've got a little send. So you can save that, send it to somebody else, and you've got a delete button. So you can remove your saved nodes. That's nice. That's a nice little function there. Hold down again. You can duplicate your node if you just want to make another one and then work from that. Delete your node, and if you get a stuck note in MIDI, hit the MIDI panic button. Each node has a MIDI panic button just by holding down and releasing. And there you go, there's your panic. So that's pretty much the controls of the nodes. All right, I'm going to clear this node out of here. All right, hold down, delete the node. Let's start a new node. Let's node. Let's look at the next one. So we've got an arpeggio. I'm going to click the arpeggio. Let's just do a simple piano so we can hear things nice and clean. Here's our piano, yeah? Now, again, same controls. You can see here, except, so it looks exactly the same. But in here, we've got, it's always a little bit different what you've got down here. So with the arpeggio, obviously you've got like arpeggiation up and down kind of stuff. So we've got it toggled, ready to play. Right? So same thing as what we had there with the notes. So if I skip through these notes, do a dominant seventh. We got up, we got down, up and down, and we got a random. And we can change the speed all the way down. So a division of 8, 3, idiotic. And we've got a swing as well. Let's bring this down to like 2. And I forgot before to mention, you've got inversions of these chords as well too. So that's pretty neat. So not only do you have a whole lot of stuff here, you've got full inversions. It's pretty neat. Any chance of hexagons for up direction? I don't know. So let's stop that. So you can see, you can put anything in here and arpeggiate it. But not only can you do that, is you can send an arpeggiation to another node. So remember what I said earlier about the MIDI here? So you can send these to other nodes. You don't need to put in an instrument at all. You can just create another node with another instrument in and send the arpeggiation to that. Yeah? For quicker access. And you say, I don't know. So, where am I up to? Right, so here, this is our arpeggiator. So we've got 16 steps. You can change the steps, of course. Do 10 steps. Yes, and we'll get to setting sequences and all that kind of stuff. So inversions, but this is just showing you. This is just showing you. Well, there's the MIDI clock. So here's our tempo. Here's our bars, beats up the top here. Here's where we can change our key, our overall scale. I didn't cover all this earlier too. So we've got our overall tempo, our overall key, and our chromatic scale that is in here as well. So this will be the overall scale of the track and such. I fucked that up. Let's go back to, is there a way to drop that down? There's no drop down menu. That would be nice. Right. Look at all the fucking scales in here. There's a lot of fucking scales in here. Chromatic C. Clock options. I've got a tempo up here. That's about it. What have we got? These are the options. We've got a user manual, video tutorials, autosave, preferred buffer size, audio background, a MIDI, some stuff here. So I'll probably fire that at, I don't see like I was not able to send or receive MIDI clock. I didn't see any options to do that. So I haven't seen any of that pop up. Yeah. All right. So let's move on. Let's close this out. This arpeggiator. We'll come back to it. We'll just delete this. And we'll move on to our sequencer. So here's our sequencer. Let's load something like Mariana. So we've had 2 nodes already. And here's our sequencer. Now you notice the difference with this one is we've got a sequencer in here. So we've got is it up to 16? 16 steps. We can change the division, the speed. 4 bars is the max that you're going to get for anything as well. All right, you've got your swing. So in here we can decide, let's go C, let's go minor. So you can choose your scale in here as well. Or lots of fucking scales, it's just ridiculous. We'll choose a minor scale. And if we hit on, toggle our node, hit play, you can see our transport starts moving and it's time to draw some stuff in. Now what's really cool, because this is in scale, you'll notice when I put my finger on here and start moving up, see the note at the top changes? So you can see the note that's in this scale and you can get a better idea. Let's put in something a bit more random. So of course we can change the speed. So you've got all those options. Change the speed, 1 times. Now, let's talk about copying and pasting stuff. This is fun. So I've only got 1 bar at the moment. If I change this to 2 bars, watch what happens. Then we've got this gap here, right? But I don't want to quickly draw these in. I just want to add them to this second section. So I can go in here. I'll show you. I can grab up here on where this timeline is. And you see it adds this little copy icon. And I can drag this over here and copy that in. How good's that? Let's undo it. Do it again. So above this little line here, this timeline, this is where you can copy stuff really quickly and just grab it, drag it wherever you want. So I could put it over here. It's going to put it into there. So there's our way. If I want to go, we'll go 4 bars now. Then I can grab all of this, drag it, drag again. Really easy to copy and move stuff around. While we're in here, let's take a look at the controller in this particular section, yeah? So to the side here are your options for controllers. Boom. We are set to notes at the moment. We can change to velocity and up it pops. You've got the ability to change the velocities of each of these, dragging however you'd like, right? You can change your probability. So you can turn, say, these 2 down. So the probability of these 2 playing is going to be whatever it was, 30%. Won't always play. We'll leave it as that is. So we only had 1 note there. We can change the frequency of how often they play. So you can say, I only want these 2 notes to play every 3 bars. So great for this stuff. This frequency control is fantastic for drums. If you've got like a crash, you can set it for every 4 bars. The crash plays instead of doing it at the start of each loop. Nice, huh? Then we've got a randomize. So you can randomize yes or no. That's the on off. So yes, we're going to yes or no. You can undos are down the bottom. Down here, your undos and redos, yeah? So I can undo, get rid of all those. Hold. Yes, no, so hold is on off as well. Let's get rid of that. Just so you know everything, where everything is, because these will come more apparent with other sections. Plus, you've got a chord selector, so you can add chords to these as well. Pretty deep stuff, right? Lots of controls, lots of fun stuff to be had. So this is an overview. Let me just bring this back down here. Again, there's your app. So if you want to change your sound in here, you can play in as well. To turn it off, close your, toggle off your node. Let's try another one. Let's clear this out, move to the next one. We'll cover the dice as well in a second. It's one of the things I haven't covered. So we've got so that we've done our note chord, arpeggio, sequencer, and rhythm. And while I'm waiting, it is time to run my ad. So YouTube's ad supported. You know the deal, folks. I try and do this every show. I'll let you know I'm going to run the ad so you don't miss anything. Let's run it. It helps me go back later on and place my ad in the show. You may or may not have gotten an ad. If you did get an ad, probably because you're not a premium subscriber or you just were lucky that you didn't get one. We'll wait for those who got one to come back so they don't miss anything. While we're waiting on that, I can give you a rundown of what's happening for the rest of the week, my friends. What is happening? We have coming up tomorrow, Nembrini's 501 Chorus Echo. We'll be taking a look at this from Nembrini. Boom. The day after that, we're taking a look at the update to Music Putty, which now has AUV3, that now you can use it in a DAW. Fancy that. That's nice. The other thing we're doing this week is we're doing our creator interview rewind. So we bring back somebody from 3 years ago who we interviewed and see what they've been doing ever since. Thomas Gillane is our guest this week. And then on Friday, US UK time, we have finally this in my hot little hands that we're going to have a little play with and have some fun and make some fucking cool metal. If I can even find it. Yes, that is the Tonex guitar pedal from IK Multimedia. And that will be followed by Walk With Me. Boom. Let's come back over here. We are looking now at, what did I open? The rhythm. We're opening rhythm now. Fun, fun, fun. Let's open some rhythm, and I'm going to open, what shall we do? We'll use FAC drum kit. So this is what you want to use for a drum kit. You don't have to use this for drums as well. There is a piano roll you can do this with as well. So we've got our drum kit opened here, and you'll notice this is a little bit different. So we have our grid here to do drums. I can connect, remember with any of these, I can connect my keyboard. So let's connect my Arturia, and I can show you. So there's my keys. So that's connected. And yeah, instead we have this fancy pants little grid here so we can start putting drums in. Again, if I toggle this and hit play, it starts moving. Again, we've got up to 4 bars. Now, let's see what happens. Cool. Kick, 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 kick. Yeah, if you don't know how to use something like this, I don't know what to tell you. There's some MIDI mapping as well too. There are some things I'd like to see on this, which are a little bit confusing. Give me a sec. Right. So you have this MIDI mapping here, and there's some apps in here that have been pre-selected in here. So there's Elliott Garage stuff. We've got Beat Scholar, Brand Boss, Digisticks, FAC, Drum Kit, Koala, Sitala, Sketch Audio, and then we have this one from 36C1, and plus there's a general MIDI. So what happens when you load up a drum app, from what I understand, it looks at the drum app and tries to find where because drums, not all drum apps are set to the same control note. Some of them may start at C0, some may start at C1, some may start at C3. I don't fucking know. For some reason, it's not universal. Is what I'm saying. Because of things like MIDI drum kits, external drum kits and stuff like that. That's how it is. What I would like to see, what I don't understand, is I want to be able to move. I can't understand how to set this. I would like to go here and not, because this is kind of like a shift button, and I'll show you in a second. See, when I hold this down, the bottom track is highlighted, and I let go. So I long press here, and that bottom track is highlighted. So it's like a shift button. If I hold down and then with my finger pick a track, now this track is highlighted. Now this track is highlighted, right? So this is how you can get over to each individual track here and make some unique changes to that specific track by using this thing here. What I'd like to see is this give me the chance to change the drums to something like a C2 and start from C2 or start from C3. That's what I have trouble working out. But also, you can use the sequencer to get around that, I find. So, but you do have these little MIDI maps. I'm sure more will be added. It's impossible to cover them all. That's just a thing. So let's hold down up here and select. Well, let's just check. Let's find a hi-hat. There we go. So I've got a hi-hat here. So I'm now going to hold this shift up here and select this. So now that we've got this little bar highlighted, I can now I can drag stuff into that too, right? And I can hold down and drag to delete stuff, right? I can hold down and drag to kill stuff if I want to delete it. So easily you can hold down and draw stuff in. Also, I can set ratchets as well. So let me show you that. So we've got a ratchet button here, and I can choose a ratchet. So you need to choose it before you paste in the note. So let's choose a 30-second and put that in here. We'll choose a quarter. And again, I can draw these in if I want and go nuts. Or I can set a 0. Right? You can change the division of these as well too. So there we go. Yeah, I gathered that's what you're trying to do, is make it simple. And if you want to do something that's outside of the scale, just use the piano roll, which is just as cool too, yeah? So yeah, we can change the speed in here, which is great because you may have some other notes playing and you want the drums to be a completely different speed to everything else. You can do that. You can create some interesting polyrhythmic stuff, you know, have a couple of drums set up here. So that's really cool. You can change the bars. We can go to 4 bars. And again, if we drag, we can copy these across, yeah? If we grab these, you can just drag these into the empty space, and now you've got your 4 bars. How easy was that? Change the speed, 0.5, whatever you want, super slow, all the way down to a division of 8. You can change the steps. So if you really want to get some polyrhythmic stuff going, we go 15 steps. So now we're going to get to the end there, going to do the 15 and bounce back. We can swing, of course. You can do all that kind of stuff. And of course, you've got in here your velocity, probability, and frequency stuff that you might want to play around with too. Yes? Yes. All right, while we're here, let's have a play with the magic dice, because you'll notice some of these nodes have a dice. Now I have this track selected, so it's magic diced our... I can't remember how to... So... Is it a double tap? I can't remember how to get rid of this line. Do the dice. Maybe we can get some help. I can't remember how we make this line. Is it a double tap? No. I'm stupid. I tried to remember everything. And I just can't fucking remember. My brain's fried. Tap and drag. Tap here and drag? No, I just want to get rid of the selection of this line. Is it there? You know what? I'm just going to do this. Just because I want to make a point. I'll work it out later. If I see. Man, I'm far from perfect. Let me tell you that, folks. So let's just, oh no, you can't actually do it. So yeah, whenever I hit the dice in, it's going to just fill up that line. So right, that makes sense. So if I select this one, we can do a die. We select this one, do a die. So it's going to give us random, once it starts playing. Yeah, so you can randomize each line that you've got selected. And I'm expecting to, I don't know if this is right. Can you randomize this stuff? It randomizes that as well. Oh, it doesn't really randomize it because it's all that. It just randomizes these. So it randomizes the notes. Cool, I'm getting a bit lost in the weeds, so we got to focus. Got to focus. Okay, so there's a brief overview of the sequencer. I think we got everything there. We got our ratcheting with speed. We got how many bars, all that kind of stuff. Good. Let's kill this and move on to our next one. And then we're eventually going to make something. Piano roll. Here's the fun. Here's our piano roll. Let's choose a piano because it's a piano after all. So same thing, add your track. But when we head over here, now we actually have a full piano roll. If we hit the arrow up, there you go. There's your full piano roll. You can scroll up and down and get the full breadth of your piano roll. Sexy times. You can, from within here, you've got a piano. So you can play in here as well as connect your keyboard. Let's do that. Cool. So, showing you that, let's start off with the keyboard. You can record in, yeah? And you'll notice now with this one, we have a little record button over there. Let me show you it. There's our record button. If I hold down on the record button, you get these options. Auto start recording on MIDI in, stop recording at bar end. So this, you can, depending on how long the bar is, it will record up until the end of that bar and then stop. Or you can just hit record, toggle the node, and we're playing. So now whatever I punch into the keyboard is going to go in here. We've got a metronome up the top to give us a, right? Let's stop recording. So really easy to record stuff in. Can move around. If I want to draw stuff in, we've got a pencil here. So there are two options. You've got a pencil and a select. So when pencil is selected, I can just tap and it will draw in a note. If I would like to extend the note, I can grab from the end if I would like to start changing things around, I can select notes. So you select the little select tool from here, and now I can drag over the notes I'd like to move. I can move them wherever I want. I can also, while these notes are selected, drag from this top bar and it'll make a copy of them. Or drag over here. I can select all of it and do the same. If I want to undo this madness. So it's really easy to copy stuff. Again, if I want to change this to 4 bars, now we've got all this room. And I can just, while select is down, I can now grab these. So you do it from at the top here, and we can drag these in here. Drag another one back here if I want. So really easy to copy and drag stuff around. Super, super, super easy. If I want to delete stuff, While it's selected, tap, undo. If I want to do a individual note, tap, delete. Easy to move stuff around. Boom, 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 boom. We've got quantization in here as well, so you can turn that off completely. Or you can snap 12th, 16th, 32nd, all good. There's your quantization. You can transpose at any time. You've got to select, oh no, so there you go, the whole lot is being transposed. And you can go all the way up to, an octave. Let's go back to normal. Easy. 4 bars, you can change the speed. You can change the number of steps for polyrhythms, all that kind of stuff. Sexy. And again, frequency, probability, velocity, you can go and change all that stuff. Remember as well, you can go in here and add your controllers and all this. It's bonkers. So yes, you can do drums as well. So if I hold down in here, say you've got there's a drum app that you can't map properly. That's how you can go in here. And if we do this, let's grab this one, just this 909 one, because it's here. And we'll clear this out. Go in here and we'll clear this schmozzle that I've made. So you can zoom as well by pinching. Let me show you that. So yes, you can pinch to zoom, do all that kind of stuff. Let's grab all this and just yoink it. Goodbye. Goodbye. Doink, doink. So, I'm going to bring this down to 1 bar. So here's our, the piano roll's really nice. It's really, really nice. Now, what is this keyboard going to be at? I don't know. Let's find out on my actual keyboard. Okay, so our kick drum is down here. So we shall go, I think it's down here. C1. Draw this in. There we go. So really easy to draw stuff in. Yeah. There's our hat. Or you can play it in, right? So let's do that. Let's play it in. Let's change it to 4 bars. And we've got our record. And it's going to be recording. And at any time, we'll get our metronome. That's terrible. But we have we can quantize the shit out of it. So you can play straight into it as well. Sexy times. Play straight in. All good. All right. So what else do we cover here? With our, so we've drawn in all that stuff. We show you how to draw stuff in, delete it. Can move stuff around really easy. Just look at that, how easy that is. Just grab it, move it wherever you want, extend it. Very, very user-friendly, yeah. How's this compared to BAM? I think they're completely different. In my opinion, when I look at BAM, all right, I look at BAM as more of a DAW. Like there's so much, like there's so much depth to BAM. It is a Groovebox DAW. Where this is more like AUM in a way, where it's just pick up and you can just fucking smash something out really, 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 really quick. And it sounds great. You know, and we haven't even covered yet putting it into AUM, which we're going to shortly. So I think they're different beasts. I think this is more of a really simple pick up and create really good stuff very, very quickly. Where BAM, there's a little bit of a learning curve, you know. It took me a fair while while I was on the beta, to learn everything within BAM. And even when I did my show, it went a long show and I still hadn't covered all the really, you know, expert kind of stuff in there, where this is a pick up and play, super, super easy. Once you understand a node, all the nodes are pretty much the same, yeah? We'll come back to this, yeah, when I make something. So let's delete this node. We've got our generative node, one of my favorites. This is one of my favorites. So let's use something like Spelldozer, because it's got some nice sounds. Here's Spelldozer. Beautiful. So this is pretty much like something like ChemOK will make, or, you know, some kind of generative app. So over here, here's where you choose your key. So we can do like an E. Let's go something like a diminished, and hit toggle and hit play. And we have generative action. We can change the frequency of it too, all the way down to 8. We'll go with 4. And you have over here, instead of all the options of like velocity and stuff, we have this melody and harmony. And watch what happens when we move to harmony. We get chords. I love that. So if we tap on our app here, we could do something like add the reverse. Yeah, I love the generative side of this. Lots and lots of scales. But again, you can, while we have this going, check this out. We'll start sending stuff within each other now, yeah? Let's create a piano roll here and put in here another Spelldozer. And we'll send this generative app. So we'll scroll down the bottom, and now you'll see we've got 2 nodes internally. So now I can send this. So now we have this original one backwards, sending the same notes to this one forwards. But here's where it gets sexy. So now we can go into here. We'll do 2 bars. Hold down on our record and do a auto start and auto end. Stop this. And we'll hit record, and we'll record in 2 bars. If I toggle it. So what we got out of that is these notes. So now we've got this chord here, this little pattern. Now we can unsend, unsend this. And we've got our own little section here that we can take these chords around and mess around with them. So, right, we can grab these, bring them over here, maybe shorten them a little bit. Get rid of that one. Shorten this one a little bit. And we've got these wonderful little chords that have been generated, and then go in here, change it maybe to a piano this time. Let's go in and just do a piano tech with, like, if I can spell. We'll throw in like an L tether for a nice. So now we've got these chords in here, and we can go in and change the division and the bars of this. So let's go in and slow this down, hit play. Oh man, so easy to do. And again, we can stop this And we can keep building from this because I can now take these notes here and I could open something else. I could open another app and send these notes to that and then change the division again or something, right? So we could probably, let's just do another piano roll. And I know we'll find something random in here, something kind of noisy, kind of weird. What do we got that's noisy or weird? Maybe like a Mila or something. Mila 4. So now we're in here in Mila 4. And we'll turn on this. So we've hit the toggle. So this is ready to record. And we'll send these over to this. And we'll record these notes in. So we'll hit record. And this should work. I think I'm doing the right thing. Yeah. I will set this to 3 bars. And that's going to stop now. And now we've got this speed of these. Let's unroute this now. Probably not 3, but let's find a sound in here. Wicked. I'm going to throw in like a splat the clat. So we've got a C3. Can't remember which one it is. There we go. It's here. See, this is where something like Splat the Clat I got working earlier, but here we got to find what notes they're at, and yeah. There we go. With the piano roll, we're going to be easier. I maybe should have used something like, we can do this. I should have used a piano roll, but you just use FAC for this. There we go, FAC. Beat Scholar, yeah, works well too. So really easy to create stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna just save this. Let's show you how to save something. Don't make my mistake. There's a little save button. Douche. Name it. Fun stuff. Saved. Done. That is savedies. Gunskis, gonskis, boom. So that's the generative stuff. Let's go back to our initial patch. Let's cover this here. MIDI effects. MIDI effects. So when you open this one, you open this node, you will be given all the stuff like Chemol K's apps, Scalar. So you can use Scalar. I've tried it. It works. Let's do a Scalar. Boom. Scalar. We've got Scalar in here. So there it is. Scalar. Boom, 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 boom. Let's make it full screen. Let's go do like some 80s chords. Drag them in here. Done, done, done. We got some chords. Hit the loop. Go up to our section. Go to 4 beats, and we'll lock it to the door. Just to show you quickly. So there's Scalar. It is set up now as a MIDI effect, and now we can go in here and just choose whatever the fuck we want. So in a piano roll, we'll do a piano tech. Simple. Yeah. Now we can send with our MIDI this over to node 2, and we should have toggling. There we go. And now within node 2, we can record. Set this to 4 bars. It's off. Maybe. So I only did it set for there. Let's stop, you idiot. Let's delete these. So if we set our record, go back to the start, hit play. There's our chords being played in. Too easy, huh? It gets a little bit frozen there, but don't worry, it does record in. So now I can take Scalar and delete it because there's the chords. How good's that? Really good, easy stuff, lots of generative stuff. You can add whatever you want, you know. So you've got Beat Scholar, anything that generates MIDI, any of your MIDI generation apps, you know, they're all at your fingertips to do so. So they are the main nodes. Now I'm going to jump over to AUM and show you how sick this is. Let's go over to AUM. Let's close this. We'll come back to it. We'll make something at the end. We'll make something crazy at the end. Let's open it up in AUM. So here we are in AUM. Now, the only place you can load this is in a MIDI track as a MIDI controller, right? So this is where you open it, do a search for it, and we're looking for EG nodes. There it is. The first thing you'll notice when you create a node now in here is you can only choose a node. So if we choose straight away a sequencer, we don't get the option anymore to add an AUV3 because you don't need to, because the AUV3s you can select in here. Let me show you. Let's choose a track, Mariana. We want to make a bass thing, yeah, Mariana. Douche, as you would use normal AUM. So just go in here, set your output to Mariana. You have the option as well to choose, oops, wrong one, to choose what MIDI channel you want to send to, yeah? So you can choose MIDI input channel 1. So now we head back over to Mariana and choose the input to none and 1. So now only this is going to go to Mariana. We hit play. It's not going to play anything because we haven't toggled it. Now we're toggled. Now we can go in and draw our notes. And the same goes on and on, right? So we want to generate something. We create another audio track, throw in Spelldozer. Jump over here, hit a new node. We want to do a generative. That's going, and each node that you add automatically selects the next MIDI channel. So you can see here, it's automatically select number 2 Easy peasy. Don't have to do anything. Add Spelldozer to the list. Go in here, make sure we're all good. None, 2. It'll toggle. We can change all the settings in here. So we're at a C chromatic. We can change the frequency. Pretty neat, huh? It works really, really well here. It works really, really well in AUM. Because you can do all this stuff. Plus, so you've got your generator for your piano roll, your note, arpeggio. So again, we can hit the arpeggio. It's set to number 3. Let's go in here and do a piano. We'll set this. Go into our piano. Number 3, toggle. Let's slow this down a bit. Bonkers, huh? Let's create some drums. I don't know, we'll do a 909 quickly. And we'll go in here, add a rhythm. That's going to number 4. We'll select the drums. MIDI 4. Go in here, let's just tap some random shit. Toggle it. Add your effects, whatever you fucking want to add, up to you. And you can run all these at different times, different speeds. Totally up to you, whatever you want to do. Change the steps. Really easy, huh? Of course, that's a bunch of nonsense what I made there, but very, very easy to use in AUM, and it's rad. 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 I love it. Plus, we haven't covered any of this yet, so let's talk about the programs. So now, let's talk about these programs quickly. So this applies to the programs up here in each node and the nodes down the bottom here. So if I want to go in here and change this out, let's just flick to number 2. Then I could go in here and remove some of these notes, you know, redo a bunch of stuff a little bit different. We could go into this one here, and this is our generative. Let's change the generative to like 2. We'll change it to a harmony, right? We'll go into here, and we'll add some more notes in, like so. What was this one? The arpeggiator. Let's change the arpeggio to like a slower speed with a random. So now, if we flick between, so we'll go back to our program 1. As soon as we hit play, and we flick to program 2, so you're going to be able to change stuff there. Plus, you can change individual stuff up here. So you don't have to change the whole program. You can just flick during a song. So while we're in here, and then I might want to go to this one. You don't have to change the whole program. But whatever you change in this on program 1 will now be how program 1 is remembered. So watch, if we go from program 2 and then come back to 1, oh no, didn't keep those. How do we keep those? I don't know. Do we hold down? Ah, that's how you do it, right? So if we go in here and change these to like that, and then I hold down, it will save that. So now when we bounce back and forward, you can see these changing up here. So this works in the standalone and here in AUM like that. So many different ways you can select these nodes to start playing. Remember, you can toggle them on and off as you're playing. So you can hit toggle. It's not going to come in until the next beat. So yeah, you probably can't see my hands here, but because you can toggle. Yeah, when in doubt, long press. I think that's most of the stuff. I think that should help you get an understanding of what's going on, yeah? I mean, it's mental. It's really, really good, you know? And just the ease of it, you saw how easy it was just to bang out some tracks here. So again, we were confirmed, what was it, 24 nodes you can have? So I'm guessing that's 24 in here, same as the standalone. Let's clear this out. Let's go back to the standalone. And I don't know, let's make something just to get out of here and do some things. Oh yeah, I didn't even touch MIDI Learn, did I? Thanks for reminding me. What do we start with? I'm going to start with a generative to make something. I'm going to start with Spelldozer because it's always nice. Okay. So down the bottom here, you have some settings. You've got your user manual if you want to go over and read that. You've got the video tutorials are great that are on Elliott Garage's channel. You have an autosave if you want to turn that on. So you can decide every 10 minutes it autosaves. That's pretty fucking good. I'm going to set that for 10 minutes. That's pretty nice. Change your buffer size if your iPad's kind of shitting itself. If you've got an older iPad. Background audio. Disable level meters. You've got some MIDI options in here as well. Auto start recording on MIDI in. Stop recording at the end of bar. Yeah. Don't overlap MIDI notes at the bar end. That's a really cool thing too there. I think a song mode will be nice. Yeah, everyone always wants a song mode. We all want song modes. Here's your MIDI Learn. Yeah. Tap on the thing you want to assign. And assign away. Assign away, my friend. You know what I'm saying? Assign away. So you can do all of the MIDI learning stuff as well. All right, let's make something to get out of here. Pete Johns is up in about half an hour's time. I will automatically dump you over to him for his GarageBand Weekly. Then I'll let you know before, well, we just got a little break here in the show. After Pete Johns' show today, I will be back here on the channel, continuing recording my vocals for my new album that I'm working on. So if you want to come and hang out, right? It's not anything I've advertised. It's just me sitting there recording vocals for an album. So there's that. Advertising done. Let's come back over here. Let's make something. So I'm going to set the key to this. So we're going to go with an F minor. That will do. We'll set the tempo. Now with the tempo, you can drag with your finger or do individual arrows or just grab in the middle or double tap and you can type in whatever you want. So 78, okay. That's going to do it that way. Or grab in the middle and drag, or you've got your individual arrows there to mess around with that. I haven't even touched on recording. We'll do that last, the little record button up the top. So we got generative. Let's hit the toggle button and let's choose what we're going to do. We want to go down here and what are we, F sharp? We're going to do a minor. I'm going to do the frequency at like 4. We're going to do these harmonies here. Let's hit play. Let's choose a sound. No probs, Meerkat. Thanks for hanging out. Thank you all for hanging out. If you want to hit the like on the way out, please do so. It does help the channel, all that stuff. You know the deal. I don't need to tell you this stuff. Okay, so we've got to start. I'm going to use a chord note one here. I'm going to use Splat to Clat, and I'm going to use it to trigger, because you can use this to trigger your drums. So that's extremely possible as well. Let's shoot some drums in here. There we go. We're going to add a piano roll, maybe a trumpet. So I'm going to want to connect my keyboard. I'm going to connect both keyboards because my Code 49 has a foot switch. And I'm just going to connect my expression pedal and learn it. There we go, we've got some expression now. Sexy. We'll add some black hole to give it some space. Man, that's rad. How much fun! Are you mental? If you think this is crap, you need to stop playing music and go take up cricket. So let's record some notes in here. We'll change this to 4 bars. I'm going to hold down and record in as I want, right? So I'll turn this on. Oh, that was probably a bit hard. We've got it. We get to try it. MIDI panic for the first time. Let's try it again. I don't know why that's doing that. I'll tell you why it's doing it. I'll tell you why. Because there's been a problem with fucking Swarm at the moment. This is not a problem here, it's Swarm. Swarm has had some major issues, and I think they're updating it. Now we can go in here, don't fret, and change these velocities. That's better. Right, there you go, you get an idea. Now let's cover quickly the recording function. Now, I haven't actually done this yet, so I'm hoping it's going to work. I love this shit. So we have this little icon up here. I'm guessing when I hit it, it's going to start recording. Let's see if I'm right. Look at that. So it's now recording. I'm going to hit the toggle. And I can bring these in as we're recording. And we can change programs, do all that stuff as we're recording. I'll give it a second. Yeah. So I stopped recording and look what happens. We go straight to audio share and look at that. That was easy, wasn't it? That was the first time I've done that. See, even a dickhead like me can do that. All right, this app's fucking nuts. It's really good. It's fun. I mean, there's your sample, chop it up, put it in koala, do whatever you fucking want with it. I don't don't know what to say. It's really good. Now, I probably haven't covered everything, and that's okay because I'm not here to cover everything. This is to give you an overview of what you can possibly do with it. Use your own imagination, yeah? Do you need to buy this? No. Should you buy this? That's up to you. Apps aren't Pokemon. You don't need to collect them all, but that's what this show's about, to show you, get your juices flowing. Do you need it? Then buy it. If you don't buy it. Like, that's it. But support our developers. They put a lot of work into this stuff. I sit there during the betas and know how much work goes in and afterwards. Because remember, they continue to give you further updates. So if there's a problem that you find with it, a bug, let me remind you, contact the developer. Elliott Garage, he's here in the chat. Contact him via email and let him know if there's a problem. Don't go and leave a shitty review on the App Store because that shit stays there forever and then the problem gets fixed with an update and that review's there for fucking ever. Contact the developer. Please always contact the developer because they'll fix it. They need to know this stuff, all right? Great fucking stuff. Let me tell you, I said at the start of the show, for my next 4 episodes of Walk With Me, I will be using this app exclusively for the backing music. I can't wait. It's going to be so easy to make shit, yeah? I'm really pumped about that. So stay tuned to those shows and all that. The price, again, before we get out of here, is $12.99. This is an introductory price. Remember, it will go up. I'm not sure when. I don't know if we're going to get a date on when it goes up. Because that's the pressure. Buy it or it will go up and you won't know about it. Yeah, you should buy it, I think. It's definitely worth your time. Not a problem, my friend. Thank you. If you're a patron, I think I've got a couple of codes to throw your way. If you're a patron, $5 and above patron, you can enter for some codes. I'll put that up soon. Remember, I've got a show coming up after this in about, I think, about an hour's time or something. Something like that, where I'm just going to record some vocals. Come and join me where I just make a fool of myself recording my vocals. All that jazz. Tomorrow we're taking a look at Nembrini's brand new 501 Chorus Echo. I'm going to split finally, get the hell out of here, let you go and do your thing. Remember, my friends, do the things that make you happy. Mistakes make you better, and we'll all rise together. Make music. Make music. Don't worry about apps. Don't worry about what they can and can't do. Just use what they can do and make some fucking music. See you soon.
We'll all rise together. 'Cause you made
me I tricked you, didn't I? No, I fucked up. All right, today's featured artist is Maffy's Garden. We have a featured artist here. Every day he's still here. Let's play him. What do I do? I always forget the featured artist. Let's play today's featured artist. His name is Maffy's Garden. He's got a brand new track out. It's wicked. It's rad. We're going to play it right now. It is called Get Me Down. Are you ready to rock and roll? Because it's Maffy's Garden. Boom. Let's go.
Alone 'cause you make me shine, baby.